I got on and I was sideways. So I'm gonna try it again. Let's see. I really didn't do anything different, so let's see. Come on. Okay, it's a little better. Let me just move you a little bit closer. All right, as long as I'm horizontal and not upside down or backwards, that's fine by me. Okay, so I wanted to just hop on today. Oh, in case you missed the first one, this is Lori Pinto from Lollipop Paper and Ink. I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. And I just wanted to pop on today just to try to get into the little bit of Easter spirit. Because everybody's, you know, doing their own thing these days, and so I just wanted to share something that made me smile, and I hope that it makes you smile too. These were these cute little pouches, Easter pouches, that I saw a demonstrator. Her name was Michelle Last, and she had done a post on it a while ago, and I just thought they were so cute, and it made me smile, so that's what I'm hoping that happens today. I filled them with Easter candy. What did I use? I don't know, peanut butter M&Ms I think they were, but my husband ate them all, so they're empty right now, ready to be refilled. So how we started was with these pillow boxes from Stampin' Up. I'm on my last one, and you get 10 in a pack. They're very inexpensive, and they're great to have on hand for any kind of, just any kind of little goodie that you want to give to somebody. You can make it as fancy or as plain as you want. So that's what we're going to start with, and that's just the main part of it. So what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to take one of them, and I'm just going to bend in where the it's already scored to make it a pocket. So I'm just going to bend it in so that I can cut it. And we're going to cut off this side right here. And these are going to be our ears. And I'll have the list at the bottom on the description. I will have the all the items that I'm using here. But these are definitely nice to have on hand. Okay, so we have our 2 ears. I'm going to take one and I'm just going to curl it a little bit with my bone folder, just to give it a little life to it. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. One of them we're going to just turn down, so you're not going to see it as much, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to do that first. Now, before I do anything else, so we have an idea of the size of it, I cut this down to 3 inches, I think. So we want to keep this bottom because that's how it's going to stand. Actually, it doesn't stand that well, but you can stick it into your Easter basket and it will stand up just fine. So I want to make sure, I want this to be about 3 inches, and I need to take off this part here. So this is where my the bottom part comes together. So I'm just going to put that on the 3-inch mark right there, and I'm just going to trim it right from there. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just the you know, the height of however you want your little pouch to be. Okay, so that's that. So this is what we're dealing with here, and we're going to be adding these ears on. So before I do anything else to assemble them, let's just give our ears a little bit of color. And I took a little bit of Flirty Flamingo, and this is not the right dauber. That was for the flower. Let me see what I do with my other daubers. All right, I'll use this, and then I'll have to change it because I like each one to have its own color. So what we're going to do here is take the inside of our ears, and we're just going to do a little sponging right into the inside there, just to give it a little bit of color. And when I'm sponging, I always do just pop it on my scrap first, just so that first, excuse me, that first dab doesn't come up as a circle. So I'm going to clean this off because I'm going to want to use this again for my flower. Okay, so now we have his little pink ears. So now what I'm going to do is just want to give him a little bit of rosiness to his cheeks. So what I'm going to do here, now remember this is going to be the bottom where we're going to fold it in. So I'm just going to go up a little bit and give him a little bit of rosiness here and a little bit of rosiness here. Okay, and then we're done with that ink. Okay, so now we're going to work on his ears, and not his ears, his eyes and his nose. So I have just a little bit of a scrap of black, basic black cardstock, and this is the classic label punch. And what I'm going to do here is just put this in just a little bit to make a little bit of a nose. And if I was doing, when I was doing all three, I would do everything at the same time. I would do the 3 noses, the 3 eyes, the 3 ears, all that stuff. Okay, so we have his nose, and now I'm just going to take this, I think this is a 1/8 inch circle punch, hole puncher. And these are going to be his eyes. Now let me get these guys out. Okay, all right. So we have that. Now for his whiskers, I'm taking a little bit of the burlap ribbon, and what I'm going to do is just cut it so that I have the individual strands that I'm going to use. And I'll use 3. That one looks a little, that's all right. That one looks a little thick, the one on the end, but you can make them however you want. So I'm going to just pull them apart now. So I have my 3, and I don't end up having to use that. And sometimes if I did want to use this, I would just, you know, just like you're doing your herbs, just peel all that fuzzy stuff off. Okay, so I have my 3 whiskers and my nose. So what I'm going to do next is just, I'm going to take a dimensional. Now, I remembered that I had these black dimensionals that were in the holiday catalog, but they are still available. So, and I really didn't know what the purpose of them would be, but you know what? They came out perfectly here, doing it this way. So what I'm going to do is just put my whiskers on the sticky part of the dimensional, and then I'm going to take my nose and put that guy right on top. Okay, and then I might need another glue dot on top of that for him. What I do with that glue dots? Here they are. Okay, just to give him a little bit of extra security that he's going to stay there. Okay, and you can make your nose or your whiskers just as big as you want. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put this right down below. Now remember, again, this is going to get folded over, and we're just leaving it flat now because it's just easier to work with this way. Okay, he's done. He's ready for that. And for this, I'm going to use, I probably would have used the fine tip glue pen, but for this I'm just going to use a little tiny dot for his eyes. And oh, I forgot my pick me up tool, but let me just see if I can pick this guy up here and just put him down. Come on. Hi, Christine. It's good to see you. Okay, that guy's there. And come on. Oh, I can use my finger. Now normally I would use the putty part of the Pick Me Up tool, and that works perfectly for stuff like this. Oh, for Pete's sake, I put them on backwards. Oh gosh. All right. I'll just move you guys up here. You probably saw that way before I did. All right. That's the beauty of Facebook Live. But that's okay. This guy's gonna go right down here. And let me move my eyes a little bit down. So anyway, I was saying I would use my putty, the putty part of my Pick Me Up tool, and that would have worked perfectly. Just put a little bit of the fine tip glue pen down, and then pick up your little tiny eyeball or sequins, whatever you're using, and it could go right on there like that. Okay, so we have most of that done now. So now let's put his ears on. And we're just going to take this one, the full one that was curled, and we're going to put a, he's going to go on the inside. So I'm going to put a glue dot on this side, on the back side of that. And he's going right here. Okay. Now, my other guy here, he has this little notch in there. So I'm just going to turn him a little bit. And so that the notch is not that noticeable, I'm just going to put, like, have this permanently folded in. So I'm just going to grab a dimensional, and I'm going to put it here. And then this way, can you see? This way, he'll stay down there like that. Even though he was curled, it's just so your eye doesn't go to that little notch in there. And then again, I'm still going to take the back side of this with my mini glue dots and put that baby right in here. Whoops. Did I put one on there? Did it stick? Here we go. Okay. All right, so that we have one ear up and one ear is curled. And then I'll just move that so it's sticking right out from underneath there. Okay, we're almost done. All right, so I'm gonna take my my small blooms punch, and I just have some scrap of white, Whisper White, and I'm gonna make 3 flower tops. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the small blooms punch, which was a celebration item, but it is being carried over. So with the new catalog, you will be able to purchase it, which comes in very handy because this was just adorable. I used it on so many classes. Okay, so let's take a little bit of color, and we're just going to add a little bit of color to our inside of our flowers. Now before, when I used my yellow ribbon, which is what I was planning on using today, the Daffodil Delight, I had the inside sponged in Daffodil Delight, but I forgot that. So I'm going to use this, and let's see, and the same thing, we're just going to give it a little bit of color to the inside. That's it. Alrighty, and then normally I would take my piercing mat, which I never use for piercing, I just use it for stamping, and I would take these flowers and just press my pencil in, and it would come up really, really cute. And so you have like a nice rounded flower there. This is not as much cushion, so it's not working as well, but you get the idea. If you do it, it comes out the same, but it's just less work that you have to do. You just give it one good push in there and you're good to go. Okay, come on. All right, so now we have our 3 flowers, and we're ready to put those on. And one last thing, the ribbon. Or like in this case, I used more of those strands from the burlap ribbon, and I made the bow with that. So I think this will be okay. We'll just make it a little, it'll have 2 colors on it instead of 1. Okay. Well, I wanted to make it small, but so I didn't waste any, but that never works when you're doing a video. So let's just do it this way. And I do want this small, but, and then you just zhuzh it around a little till you get it the way you want it to look, which I usually do just by moving the tails back and forth. Okay. And again, that will be our last thing to put on there. So we're almost done. Right before we're done, right before the end though, since I'm using the pink now, I think I'm gonna go back to using my, these are the glitter enamel dots. And again, should have brought my pickup tool, but I didn't. And I do my videos in front of my window because of the light, although it's not that great out there today. But so that's always the issue. If I remembered everything from my craft desk over here to my working desk where I do my videos. But eventually it will all work out. Okay, that's in there. And these all have the adhesive behind them, so there's no worry about glue for this one. All right, and then it's the same thing. We're going to just pop a mini glue dot on the bottom, and then you can lift it this way too. Oh, I forgot. I won't do it now, but the green one that the Pear Pizzazz, I think this was, that I cut out, I just kind of fussy cut around and made a little leaf shape, which you could do. You could put it behind one of the flowers easily. I'll do it on one, but you can, I think I did it on all of them before. And that's cute, right? Thank you. Okay, so let's see. So I'm just going to put these on there now. You can do the 3 leaves if you want. So one of them, I have my glue dot here, is going to go right here. One flower is going to go, whoopsie. Oh, he was already on there. He has a glue dot there. And he's just going to go up here on his ear. So we have 2 here and 1 more. And I'll put him on the back of his ear here. Okay, so cute, right? All right, so now we have our little bow and 1 more glue dot, which I go through constantly, and put that right over here below his ear, so he has something to lean on. Come on. Okay. So cute, right? All right, so now that's it. I would just make sure the one with the notch on the bottom goes down first. That's just to help you get your candy in. And then what I would do here is use my glue, or even my liquid glue, or even a little tear and tape, which I normally do use for all my 3D projects. But if you don't have that, this will work just fine. And just give yourself a few seconds to make sure that that's taken hold, because it is a kind of a weird angle. And you can stick your finger in there to hold it for just a sec. But it's so cute, isn't it? And you can do all different design, all different colors, and fill it with all different Easter goodies. Oh, I love it. Okay, see, it made me smile again, so that's good. That's good. We're ready. We can do this. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. And actually, if you share my video, either live or the replay, I would appreciate that. And I do have a bunch of celebration items left over. So if you share it, and if you put in the comments that you shared it, I will send you something. I'll send you a little goodie. And the reason I asked you to put it in the comments is because of the privacy things, the issues with Facebook. Sometimes I can see that it was shared, but I can't see who shared it. So that doesn't help me if I want to send you something. So I need to be able to contact you. So if you share it, I would appreciate it. And just put in the comments section that you shared, and I will send you out something good, or definitely something good from the celebration. The celebration items. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and come back again. I hope to see you next time. Have a great day and a happy and blessed Easter. Stay safe. Bye-bye.